So, how do we find our true and authentic self? Hey guys, it's John out on the back deck having a beautiful day. The birds are just chirping, and the crows I hear, "Rah, rah." They're just yelling up like crazy out here. I love it. Um, I wanted to talk about this idea of finding your authentic self. When I have my private sessions, many people don't know their authentic self. They say they don't know their authentic self. And what I find interesting about that is what is the authentic self? What is the authentic self? Well, the reason they don't think they can find their authentic self is because their fears and their anxieties of life have had them put masks on when dealing with other people or dealing with businesses or dealing with, your career. You put a mask on to fit into the mold of the situation you're in. And you do that for long enough and you forget who you were before the mask. The reality of it is your authentic self is right there with you every day of the week. You may be wearing a mask to fit into a certain scenario, but in reality, as soon as you exhale and release your fears and anxieties, you feel your authentic self. You feel that place where you're completely relaxed. Say you come home to your house, you're alone, you exhale, you put on your pajamas or walk around naked, whatever you want to do, and you just feel so free. That's the feeling of your authentic self. Where we lose our authentic self is when we put those masks on and we start living into those masks. And you find yourself in a very interesting situation because you'll talk to someone from work, and then later that night, you'll talk to somebody you know in high school, and you'll have a different kind of conversation because one of them is more authentic, or there are two different kinds of masks, depending on who you're talking to. So when it comes to finding your authentic and true self, right, it's also a part of finding purpose. It's also a part of finding your passions, right? Because those are all part of your authentic self. The fastest way to find that part of yourself is ask yourself a question. When you leave this world, what would you like someone that you loved to say about you when they reflect who you are in this world? What would you want someone who you truly loved to say about you? Because you're going to hear these beautiful statements. They were so funny. They made everyone feel good around them. They were so reliable. Whenever you needed anything, they were there for you. They knew how to love. Uh, you know, you'll hear these kind of stories, right? And when you say to what would I want my someone I love to say about me? You're the someone you loved. You are the someone you loved. So you go and I say, what would someone I love say about me? And you start to say all these beautiful things because you are the person saying that. And you know what you just did? You just defined your authentic self. You just defined who you are by saying what someone who loved you would say about you. Because your authentic self is unconditionally loved. And someone who loves you would say the unconditional things that they loved. Your authentic self, as an expression of self, would do and be all those things that that person who loved you would say about you. And so be that expression, be that feeling that person who loved you says, and you were living into who you really are. Because asking yourself that question and answering that self is you giving yourself your direct connection to your authentic self. The other thing is that when you have that expression of self and you start living into that expression of self unapologetically, without any regard to wearing a mask, to showing somebody who you're not, rather than showing someone who you are, what happens is some people will leave your life because they're aligned with the mask. Some people will come into your life because they totally are aligned with you. The people who will love you unconditionally can only find you when they see you. And you being that expression of what someone who loves you would say about you. You live into that. Next thing you know, you are living this amazing life of unconditional love. You'll find purpose because purpose will show up in your life when you are authentic. I authentically feel like I want to love in this way. I want to help. I want to, I want to go live on a beach somewhere and love myself that way. It's all good. It's a matter of putting yourself into that loving space of just being the love, and being who you are, doing what you love. And in doing what you love, the money will come. But it's a matter of you looking at your life from the aspect of what would someone who loves me say about me when I'm gone? And when you find that, you have found your completely authentic self, your completely fearless self. And that is really the key. When you are fearless, you are authentic. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.